I don't know what. Santa Maharaj ki jai.
Dandavat Maharaja, Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai. All devotees ki jai. Dandavat to all devotees.
Dhanyavad Shanta Maharaj, Dhanyavad Murli
Dandavat.
Maharaj, Raj Prabhu, Radha Krishna Prabhu, Devi.
Oh, Devi. She's
Maharaj,
there. Yeah.
I was, I contacted Jairam Prabhu, the son-in-law of Govinda Prabhu, and he told that Govinda Prabhu's younger son, who is almost like 38 or 35, 36 age, he is also in critical condition in ICU, and his wife is also, and there were nobody actually. Government only did all the cremation work and everything.
They did all the what? All the
Government only
cremation.
taken
I
everything,
see.
yeah.
Oh my
And
goodness.
in Baman Maharaj, from Kharagpur,
Yes. Yes. He's okay.
and one devotee came from Haridwar. There was a Kumbh Mela, and he spread corona entire his mott, all devotees actually.
Oh
So
my
Baman
goodness.
Maharaj contacted me, and we were talking, and I told him to take this all tea, and he told he will be taking that. He's okay, but other devotees have in
Oh.
the mott.
Yeah. It
And
only takes one person.
in
Huh?
IIT Kharagpur also is too much corona, and Roop Manohar Prabhu,
Oh yes, of course.
and he is also very bad condition,
Mm.
infected,
Oh. Kuranga.
very bad
It
situation
seems
actually.
like the Indian government let up on they were doing very well for the first time, and then they let up all precautions, and now
Some
it's come to this.
new variation occurred.
Hare Krishna.
Huh? And I think
Yeah,
it's doing the damage. It's more fatal,
there are
more
two new ones.
contagious, and more fatal.
Yeah, every day one professor or student is dying from JNU and other big institutes. Professor Sasi Tiwari, madam, she was also telling me that she is very sad that every day she has to hear one professor died, her colleague died, this colleague died, like that.
Are they still having in person classes?
No, they are in the house only, but it is coming through air, Maharaj.
Right.
Our chartered accountant who was helping us to maintain our institute accounts, he is also got infected. I also talked to him, and I told him to take this thing,
He's in Delhi.
Delhi. Yes, very bad situation actually. It's spreading like forest fire everywhere.
Have you all been
Srila,
vaccinated at least once?
yeah, vaccine is not doing anything. One AIMS professor, Maharaj, this Dr. Sambit Misra,
Yes.
who joined our conference.
I know.
He
Yes.
he also, I have talked with him, and his father vaccinated, both the vaccine he taken. Almost 1 month has been passed, and he got very badly infected and in a serious condition. His father.
Strange. Which vaccine did you take? The Pfizer vaccine or?
I'm not sure. I not asked that, but
And
maybe
what's
something.
Kanupriya Dedi?
Dandavat Pranams Maharaj,
Krishna.
Dandavat everybody, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat.
Dandavat.
Krishna. Things are getting better in the US slowly. Sure.
It seems, but I still be very careful. I think we have to be very careful. No.
Are you thinking to get vaccine, Maharaj?
I was, and then somehow I'm convinced. I'm slightly hesitant because I heard some reaction comes from that vaccine.
Mm.
So I don't know.
Okay.
My mom's 83. She took both her doses about a month ago. Last
Yeah.
one was about a month
No, you
ago.
heard many people did it without any problem. I guess I'm a coward. I don't know.
Still, Acharya Maharaj calling for last 2-3 days to me. What do you think? I should take vaccine or not? Vaccine or not? I told
Yes.
Maharaj, you decide. You decide. I think you can take or not, because he was asking me what happening to the people, what is happening going on, and I told that one doctor told me like that his father got infected, but you decide. If it is you feel comfortable, then you can take it.
I would be happy if he takes it because he gets
Yes,
in touch with so many people,
yes, yes.
so it might help him.
Yeah.
Myself, I'm not in contact with so many people. So not a problem for me.
Yes. And that area is also not much populated, Maharaj, where you are staying.
Yeah, well, that's true.
If there is too much population, then also that comes through air.
I see.
It is
Yeah.
coming through air, Maharaj. They are saying that wear
Right.
mask in the room.
Yes.
And when you go to the crowd, then double mask you should wear.
Right. What to do? We have to try to understand it as well as we can and then act in accordance with that knowledge. Huh?
Yes, Maharaj.
You have to be careful.
We are not going anywhere, Maharaj, now.
You're in a highly populated area.
Yes, yes. That area here is too much population.
My daughter, grandson, and son-in-law, they are all in Andhra Pradesh. They're like number 5th in the list.
Andhra Pradesh is
Of
very
course,
bad.
yeah,
Actually,
they're
I was
living, of
talking
course,
with
in a
Vijayawada devotees we have. They also very bad situation actually. They are
yeah.
where their house is on the ground floor. They have a rented tenants, and they all got infected. So they are not going out of fear for last many days.
Yeah. My daughter stayed put.
Oh, she's in Hyderabad, huh? Your daughter?
No, she's in a place called Nellore, close to Nellore.
Oh, okay.
Towards Tirupati.
Yeah. And she's about maybe 20 minutes from Nellore in a village like say place. The place is called Venkatachalam. Perhaps Maharaj knows. But yeah, they're all scared to go. The boy is my grandson is only 14 months old.
Oh my goodness. Well, they're not so easily infected. The young ones.
They are getting Maharaj. They are getting young ones
Also
this time getting too much infection.
Yeah, I'm worried about my daughter because she's very severely asthmatic, and I think if she gets it, it's going to be really, really tough. She was so asthmatic she couldn't live in Mayapur because of her.
Mayapur very bad situation.
Very bad for her. Well, yeah, but she couldn't even live in Mayapur because of the humid, and at least in South India, it is not so humid. So she's doing better there compared to Bengal.
ISKCON, Mayapur, many infections, and
yeah.
Madhava Maharaj Mutt,
Yeah.
many infections. So many mutts are also getting too much infection actually. Some actually their mutts, like main sannyasis and leaders, all in critical condition actually. Acharya Maharaj told me.
Yeah. Pankajamji Prabhu, yeah, we've been praying for him because he's been infected and he's under BiPAP. Oxygen.
And Acharya Maharaj is holding big festivals.
Now he's a little afraid. He not want to hold. He told me.
I think it's a combination of 3 factors, right? The new variants, the Nirvachan, the voting, and Kumbh Mela. All these things.
That is not
combined.
the main thing. Actually, people lost any fear on Corona, and and we don't care. Nothing happening. Like that, they started doing, and then all of a sudden, it picked up in a very bad way. Actually, Only now they are little afraid when these deaths started happening and overwhelming, these patients in the hospitals, lacking oxygen facilities and like that.
I don't think they have enough vaccines either.
Vaccine also, where they will get, Maharaj, so many vaccines immediately. These so many crores of people.
But that's the problem. They didn't make that a priority, and now
Yeah, it wasn't
they're
planned.
stuck. They have to get
Yes,
it from all the other countries.
yes. It is difficult, Maharaj, to get all the vaccine in short time for such large mass of people, and to vaccinate them also in short period is a big challenge because two times they have to all get vaccines.
Uh,
I heard India only vaccinated about 2% of its people. But in the US, they have already vaccinated well over 110 million.
But what is the population difference?
But still, you take 2% of India's population. Do you think they have, it's what, 14 million or 28 million?
I
They should
think
have gone
they are
done much
saying
more.
that almost 10 crore got vaccinated out of
That's only
100.
10
Huh?
million people. That's only 10 million
No,
people.
no, 100 million people.
100 million? Okay. So,
And
not,
actually, the problem is, in India, the chaos is that, if anybody is called, also the other persons, without calling, they are coming. They're making crowd actually in the vaccine centers. Big problem to manage all this, problems, crowd problem.
But there are some, I heard that astrologically also this year is very bad. This year up to next year maybe. So there is no solution from any direction. And some big persons in India, passing away every day.
One very young news anchor from Aaj Tak, one of the famous,
yeah.
Hindi news, and this Rohit Sardana, he was just, I think, 38 or 40, and he passed away. Very young.
well, maybe today we have some good news. We heard from Darwin. You want to show them the message we got from Darwin?
Sharing the screen, Maharaj?
Yes, we're trying to share the screen. One sec. Hold on 1 minute.
What's Darwin, Maharaj?
Huh? You see him?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Darwin.
Huh? You see?
Funny.
Where he got this video?
We made it. Krishna Keshava made it.
There was no video in his time, I think.
It would be
Papa.
nice to have some audio in it.
Yes. We're working on it a little at a time. There's some program that will make the face on the picture, on the photo. You can change it using AI.
Okay.
Artificial intelligence. Okay.
Yes, I made a nice one with Mahaprabhu and also Narottam Das Thakur. Also Bhakti Vinod Thakur. I'll have to show you.
I will try.
You want to show them? All
Okay,
right.
so
You want to see it?
innovative. Yes, Maharaj.
Okay.
The program is called Deep Nostalgia, and it's on some free genealogy website. You make a free account, and you can make 5 pictures move for free. I could put the link if somebody wants.
What happened? Oh, there's not. Oh. Okay. Now, how do you get rid of that side? Okay. Well, we can't see it right now. You'll have to wait another time.
Okay.
Okay. So, Muni Maharaj, you look like you're outside. Are you outside?
No, I'm here.
Huh?
I'm
Inside.
here.
What is that?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
Santa Maharaj is in his room, and I stay in this area.
I see.
This is where I stay now.
Okay.
This is like our drawing room.
So then, Rasaraj Fu, how are you doing?
Yes, Maharaj.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Everything's okay. How's our Kushum Devi doing? Did you hear anything?
Not so much.
No?
She was buying. I know that she was buying a computer because she need a new one, but she didn't tell me anything else about how she feeling.
Okay. So would you like to lead Kirtan?
Yeah, Maharaj, if you want, I will do it.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Chaitanya
Prabhu
Prabhu
Nityananda
Nityananda Shri
Advaita
Advaita Gadadhar
Gadadhar Srivasadi
Srivasadi Gaur
Gaur Bhakta
Bhakta
Vrinda.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sripad Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama
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 Rama, Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ramo Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare Rama
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 Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
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 Hare,
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 Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
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 Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare.
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
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 Krishna
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 Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
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 Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Haribol.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bo, Hari
Haribo,
Bo, Hari
Haribo,
Bo, Hari
Haribo.
Bo.
Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Haribol.
Nitai Gaur
Nitai
Hari
Gaura
Bo,
Haribol,
Hari Bo,
Haribol,
Hari Bo,
Haribol, Nitai
Gaur
Gaura
Hari Bo.
Haribol.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev.
Jaya
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 Gurudev,
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 Gurudev, Jaya Jaya
Jaya Gurudev.
Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya
Jaya Jaya
Gurudev,
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 Gurudev.
Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jai Gaura Premanande, Hari 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 Bol.
Hari Bol.
Yes, Guru.
Sripad, Puri Maharaj had to step away for 1 second. If someone wants to do the Jai Advani.
Muni Maharaj.
Hello?
Muni Maharaj.
Yeah.
Did you give the joy?
जय गुरु गौरांग राधा कृष्ण की जय
Jai.
Jai.
साथ भक्ति महाराज महाराज की जय
Yeah.
Jai.
Jai.
जय ओम विष्णुपाद भक्ति निर्मल आचार्य महाराज की
Yeah.
Jai.
Yeah.
जय ओम विष्णुपाद भक्ति सुंदर गोविंद महाराज की
Yeah.
Jai.
जय
Jai.
ओम विष्णुपाद सददेव महाराज की
Joy.
Jai.
जय
Jai.
भक्तिदान प्रभुपाद की
Joy.
योगानंद
Jai.
गुरु परंपरा की
Joy.
सदा
Yeah.
चैतन्य सारस्वत मठ की जय
Joy.
Jai.
भक्ति वेदांत इंस्टीट्यूट प्रिंसटन
Yeah.
जय
Jai.
सारस्वत इंस्टीट्यूट की
Jai.
Joy.
Jai.
Jai Jai Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Krishna Ki
Jai.
Jai
Jai.
Navadip Mayapur Dham Ki
Jai.
Jai Shri Nitya
Jai.
Puri Chaitanya Saraswati Much Ki Jai
Jai.
Shri Jagannath Dham
Jai.
Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai
Jai.
Yeah.
Jai.
Gop Gopi Sham Sundar Radhakum Giri Govardhan
Jai.
Jai
Ki
Shri
Jai.
Guru Maharaj Ki
Jai.
Jai
Jai.
Shri Scientific Anti-Fiction Movement
Jai.
Jai Bhakti Dev Bhakti Dev Jai Shri Nitai Gaur Hari
Jai.
Hari
Jai
Hari.
Hari Bol.
Nityananda Sarada Shri Gaur
Jai.
Jai Shri Dharma Harinam Jai assembled soul Bhaktivinoda
Jai.
Jai
Yeah.
Maharaj Om
Jai.
Kripanande Hari Hari
Hari
Hari.
Hari.
जय श्रीपद भक्ति विज्ञान मुनि महाराज की जय समवेत भक्त वृंद
Ki
की
Jai.
जय।
Jai.
Maharaj just had to take some insulin. That's why he had to step away.
Okay.
Yeah, he just didn't take it after we had prashad at 12 o'clock.
Ah,
He just remembered he was feeling a little funny, I think.
हाँ
Is somebody inside a temple? I hear some chanting going on.
That's my wife. I'll tell her to. Excuse me. Miss Tama, can you go upstairs and chat, please?
Put it upstairs.
Yeah, if you can chant upstairs because they can hear.
Your your family members are chanting Radha Krishna Prabhu. Your family members they are chanting now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's my
Nice.
wife who's chanting.
Oh, okay, good.
Hare Krishna.
How are your parents?
Well, as you, I don't know if you know, but I lost my dad 6 years ago
Oh,
in Kolkata. But my mom is with us. She's 83,
okay.
so she's staying with us.
I met your
Seems to
father,
be
right?
doing okay.
He came with us for
Yeah,
Navadip.
yes. You came with
Yes.
my father, mother, and I think I brought an aunt also.
Yes.
That was a whirlwind trip we had, Maharaj. Remember?
Yeah.
We went to Katwa also,
Mm. Yes. Yes.
where
I
Mahaprabhu
remember.
took sannyas.
Mm.
And we had that very funny pujari reciting to us the stories. I have video of all that, Maharaj.
Okay.
When was that? That was in 2000. That was just before Govinda Maharaj passed away. I think, that year, maybe 2009,
2008, 2008 or 9.
2008,
Yeah.
2008. Yeah,
Nine.
and we had darshan of Govinda Maharaj too afterward,
Yes.
just for a minute or two.
Your mother?
You are feeling okay, Maharaj?
Oh, yeah, I just forgot to do my procedure. I have to go through the whole routine and during lunch. And we got so involved with Darwin, I didn't do everything I was supposed to do. But everything is okay now. Dhanyavad,
Double
Therese, Didi,
Sandavad,
Hare
how is
Krishna,
everybody today?
Dhanyavad.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Dhanyavad.
Great to see everyone.
So then, Vandana. And Santa Maharaj, would you like to read the Vandana first?
Okay, Maharaj. I may be my habit is little bit faster, Maharaj. Is that okay?
What happened?
I, I may be chanting not so like very slow, but little bit more like faster. Is that okay, Maharaj?
Oh, yes, as you like.
Okay, Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj. I mean, I try to follow that, but my it goes little bit faster, Maharaj. The- Vandeham Sri
Shri
Guru
Guru
Sri Yuta Padakamalam
Kamalam
Sri Guru
Guru
Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam
Shri Guru
Jagatatam
Jagatatam
Rupam
Bhagavata
Sakana
Raghunatham
Tam Tam
Tam
Sajivam
Sajivam
Sakana Raghunatham Vitam
Sadvaitam
Tam
Savadutam
Vadutam
Parijana
Parijana
Sahitam
Saitam
Krishna
Advaitam
Devam
Krishna
Navadutam
Sri
Shri
Radha
Radha
Krishna
Sankirtan
Krishna
Padam
Padam
Sritam
Radhana
Sridharam
Bhakna
Lalita
Lalita
Radham
Krishna
Samsha
Raganarita
Om Jnanatirandasya Jnananjana
Jnanatirandasya
Salakaya
Jnananjana
Chakshurmilitam
Chakshurmilitam Militam
Tasmai
Jena
Shri
Shri
Tasmai
Gurave
Shri
Namaha
Gurave Namaha
Puja Sri
Puja
Guru
Shri Guru
Vargavandita
Guru
Bhargavandita
Bhargavandita
Mahabhavamikaya
Mahavamambitaya Sada
Purvaparya
Purvapaya
Parampara
Tisa Pragya
Pragya
Pramodate
Pramodaste Bhaktir
Nirmala
Nirmala
Nirajasya
Nivritam
Nitam
Samrakitam
Samrakita Charanam
Nirmalamkarasya
Mande
Vande
Dasi
Sri
Guru
Saraswatam
Ananta
Sadhava
Shvira Acharya
Acharya
Shri
Param
Gurudeva
Niyam
Puram
Natasira Acharya Varyam Niyam
Gurvavishta Supratam
Supratam
Garudaner
Garudanayasisham
Uchitam
Nirashisa
Chintya
Sambhutya
Chintya
Chintam
Samanta Veda
Chintya Samastite
Nirupa
Gananam
Govita
Pantang
Vidamujjalam Bharatanam
Bhattarum Bhaktim
Vidajalanakaram
Vitam Sundaram
Bhakti
Ande
Vande
Vishwakuram Chati Bhagava Premno Hi Vijayapradam
Vijayapradam
Devam
Evam
Divyatanam
Divyatanam Suchandram
Sukundaradhanam
Devam
Alayka
Divyatanam
Chelanjidam Sanananda Param
Palasthidam
Sadikavaram Vairagya Vidya Buddhim
Vairagya
Shri
Siddhanta
Siddhanta
Nidhim
Bhakti
Subhakti
Rasitam
Rasitam
Saraswatanam
Saraswatanam Varam
Siddhanta Nidhim
Vande
Subhakti
Jagasuparam
Saranam
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 Vishisharam
Sridharam
Sridharam
Saranam Sumaram Saranam Yasiswaram Sridharam
Sri Siddhanta
Siddhanta
Saraswati
Saraswati
Siddhanta
Gaudiya
Saraswati
Purvasmahe
Gaudiya
Madhvandiva
Nato
Gaura
Gaura
Sankirtanai
Gaura
Sankirtanaya
Sankirtanai
Ayavada
Ayavada
Timingiladharam
Chaturanga
Tatari Tatvanimam Krishna
Krishna
Prema
Prema
Sivadikam
Krishna
Siddhadiganastam
Prema
Bhagavad
Prabhu
Sahiranamate
Brahmane
Tam
Namo
Namo
Gaura Kisaraya
Keshavaya
Bhaktadvita Murtaye
Saraya
Gaurangi
Gaura Padma
Padmanindaya
Vrindaya
Radha
Radha
Bhavani
Shri Pavanindaya
Bande Bhakti Vinodam
Vinodam
Shri Gaura
Shri
Sakti
Gaura Shakti
Swarupakam
Swarupakam
Bhakti
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 Vinodam
Shastri
Shastri
Gaura
Saroja
Shakti Swarupakam
Radha
Radharasa
Rasa
Siddhanidim
Radharanitam Bhajam Radharasa
Gaura
Gaura
Siddhanitam
Rajasita Shri Shai
Bhattacharya Vaishnave
Vaishnavai
Vandigraham
Vandigraham
Vaishnava
Jagannatha
Vandigraham
Prabhavam
Jagannatha
Prema
Prema
Prabhavam
Priti
Prempreda Vaishnava
Premati Vrida
Panchat
Vaishnavam
Kalpatarovasya Kripa Sindhu
Sindhu Devacha
Sattvachaturya
Patitanam
Patitanam
Devacha
Pavanebhyo
Patitanam
Vaishnaveyo
Vaishnaveyo
Namo
Namo
Namaha
Namo Namo Namaha
Panchatattvaत्मकं
Pachatattva
कृष्णं
Krishna
स्वरूपस्वरूपभूतं
Sarvasvata
सावतारं
Bhaktavataram
भक्तशक्तिं नमामि
Bhaktavataram
Nami
भक्तशक्तिं
Bhaktasankam
Namami Bhakta Shaktikam
नमो
Namo
महावदन्नाय
Mahapadmaya
Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Prema
Namine
Pradayate
Gaurasute Namaha
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya
Jayam
Gatam Surato Panto
Namaste Namaha
Mamandamapiraki Vatsarvasya Padampujo Radha Madanam
Gati
Divyad Vrinda
Vrinda
Prato Srimad Radhara Sindhasanto Sri Gandharva Sila Govinda Nito Kristali Vishyaman Swarami
Sigandhara Silundadevo
Sriman
Kristali Vishnu
Rasarasarambhi Shivada Tata
Simandra
Stira
Sarasaramdi
Darsana
Darshan
Venu
Venu
Vanasita
Sonagopi
Vinata
Gopinath
Saraswati
Srivastava
Gopinata Sri
Vinaya
Sriha
Jai Tulasi
Vinaya
Devyai Jai
Jai
Krishna Bhakti
Krishna Bhakti
Padide
Pari Chivachai
Bhakti Namo
Bhakti
Namaha
Satyavati
Atho
Satyavati
Atanatva Mantra
Namaha
Guru
Purun
Gurun
Bhagavata Sada
Bhagavatam
Vyasant
Vyasan
Tatva Gurunat
Gurunat
Tato Jaya Bhai
Sasaran
Jai
Jaya
Saparika
Saparika
Shri
Shri
Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda
Govinda
Sundara
Sundar Bhat
Padmanam
Gauranga Gandharva
Jajastu
Govinda Sundara Padmanam
Shri Krishna
Jajastu
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Prabhu
Nitya
Nityananda
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Shri
Advaita
Advaita
Chaitanya
Gadadhara
Prabhu
Sivasadi
Vasudeva
Nityananda
Gaura
Shri
Bhaktavrinda
Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Bhaktavrinda
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
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 Rama Hare Rama
Anjay Srila
Rama
Prabhupada Srila Guru
Rama
Maharaj Srila
Hare
Guru Dev Srila
Hare
Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai
Jai
Jai Kiri Govardhana
Jai
Ki
Jai
Jai Sri Chaitanya
Jai
Saraswat Mat Ki Jai Sri
Jai
Chaitanya
Jai
Saraswat Institute Ki Jai
Jai
Sri
Jai
Bhaktivedanta Institute Ki Jai Sri
Jai
Harinam
Jai
Sankirtana Ki Jai
Jai
Sri
Jai
Bhavira Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai
Jai
Jai Kol
Jai
Premanandi Hari
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 एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक जगद्गुरु श्रीला भक्ति
Jai
माधवपुरी महाराज
Guru
की जय
Ram Sant Maharaj Ki
Jai
Jai Jai Sri Pad Bhakti
Jai
Vigyan Muni Maharaj Ki Jai
जय
Jai Sri Pad Radha Krishna Prabhu Ki Jai Jai Sri
जय
Pad Rasaraj Prabhu Ki
Jai
Jai Jai
जय
Srimati Kanapriya Devi Ki Jai Jai
जय
Srimati Uma Devi Ki Jai
जय
Jai
Jai
Sriman Krishna Keshava Prabhu Ki Jai
जय
Jai
Jai Therese Didi Ki Jai Mata Jai
जय
Gaur Premanandi Hari
Jai
Hari
हरि
Hari
हरि
and
Hari Hari Hari
Radha Krishna Prabhu, what bhajan do you want to say?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Any particular one you want me to sing?
You choose what some prayer to Guru Dev.
Okay. Which one? Guru. Let's see.
You have the link, Radha Krishna Prabhu,
Yes.
of our.
Which page are we on? Which page do you want me to?
Which one?
Let's see.
Which song you want?
Sri Guru Charana. Sri Guru
Core,
Charana Padma.
First, you go
Guru
Chana Padma.
page. What,
Guru
what,
Charana.
5-4.
It's on page 54. Yeah. Thank you. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakoti Satma
Shri Guru Charana
Kevala
Deva
Bhakti
Bhakti Sata
Bando Mui Savadhana Mate
Vando
Savadana Mate
যাহার প্রসাদে ভাই এ ভাব তরিয়া যায়
Jahara Pradeva
कृष्ण प्राप्ति है जहाँ होइते गुरु मुख पद्म बाक चितेते करिया आरोना करिह मने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति
Shri Guru
जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिल जय जन्म जन्म प्रभु से
Akshadana
चक्षुदान दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्य विनाश जाते
Prema Bhakti Yoga Vidya
वेदे गाय जहाँ रचरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनार बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवन आहा प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया ए अधम लैल शरण गुरुदेव पतित पावन जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva.
Oh, okay. Let's go though.
Who's on the phone?
Okay.
Okay. Then
whoever joined on the phone, Maharaj is asking who joined.
Well, this is Krishna Shraya Das with Jayananda Das with Krishna Shraya Prabhu.
Krishna.
Can hear you?
Krishna who?
Dhanavad Maharaj.
Dhanavad.
Dhanavad.
Hare Krishna.
That's pretty good. How are you doing?
Okay, good. Very nice that you could join us.
Nice to hear from you, Maharaj.
Where are you calling from?
Berkeley, California, or Emeryville, California.
Okay. Very nice to hear from you.
Nice to hear from you too, Maharaj.
Yes, thank you.
This is Jayananda Das with him.
Oh, Haribol.
With the,
Yes, Jayananda Ji. Oh, you are back from Nepal.
Yes, I've been back for a number of months now, since the beginning of the year.
Oh, good.
So,
Well, I'm happy to hear from you. Know that you're okay.
yes, thank you, Maharaj. Yes, I survived,
Yes.
and I'm trying to work with the trying to get my sister to open a cow shelter on her farm. All right, this is currently.
Gotcha. And how
And
is the is the coronavirus very bad there in Nepal? Was it bad?
Right now it is. I just heard last night. I was up until 4 in the morning,
Yes.
and I just heard that it was very bad right now. Yeah. They just did another lockdown. It's a new variant of the coronavirus.
Yes, because India is suffering terribly. I thought maybe Nepal Nepal is also very bad. Anyhow, I'm very happy to hear your voice. Know you are well.
Thank you, Maharaj. Yes, you sound also well. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well.
We're okay. We're all okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Very good.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Maharaj. We'll listen to your speak, and we'll put it in mute so you can have the floor.
Krishna, it's okay. You can speak as much as you like. Also,
Hare Krishna.
do you have one? Do you have one bhajan you like?
Yes. Baja Hure Mana.
Baja Hure Mana. Can you sing it?
I can sing it. Let me step outside because we're inside of a store right at the moment. Maybe it will look a little funny, awkward. Maybe give me 5 minutes. If you could wait.
Okay. Page 96.
I'm sorry? Page 96?
Page 96 of the Kirtan Guide. So everyone can
I don't have
follow.
the Kirtan Guide. I just have it in my mind. Hopefully I can remember.
You have it in your heart. That's the best place.
Okay. I'll just need to step out of this building here. Okay.
How to get out of here? Do you know how to get out?
We're in the IT. We're getting something so he can watch his iPad.
Yeah, I could have Maharaj do that.
Yes.
No.
You're still in New Jersey, Maharaj?
Yes, we're still here.
Very nice.
We have our office in Princeton.
Very nice. I think we're supposed to walk out one way, and we're walking the opposite way of the walk. We're just trying to get out as quickly as possible. So a bunch of arrows pointing us in the wrong direction.
What?
Let's see here. Looks like there's an exit right here. Here's the exit, Prabhu. Yeah.
I'm going to leave, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Where are you going? You're going, you have to go?
Yeah, I have to go. Thank you.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
You have many devotees on the line here. I'm sorry to keep them holding.
No problem.
We're almost there. We're at the exit now here. It says exit this way. Is that emergency exit or regular? That's emergency exit. Okay. I was speaking a verse to my sister and mother last night about we were having a kind of, they're very spiritual, you know. They've been, I was born in a family that always had prasadam, you know, and vegetarian when I was a child. And they were, they had a different guru, but they had a lot of Hare Krishnas coming over a lot of times. So Siddhanti Maharaj would come over, I think, one of them, when he was much younger.
Very nice. Yes.
Yeah. In Santa Cruz, California. And so I was given, I remember when I was 4 years old, given a Simply Wonderful sweet ball. And I said, that's the most sweetest thing I've ever had. And I remember that growing up. So my mother would have her own type of prasad from her guru, you know, which was more of a Sikh, like a Radha Swami group. And so So it was, but at least it was very positive and very, very thoughtful. When she was cooking, she's always meditating and saying mantras. So I was feeling very blessed to be blessed with that kind of auspicious verse. And last night I was reading a shloka to them because there's one gentleman who's, I think Srila Prabhupada actually sent Kirpal Maharaj, if you've ever heard, he was telling his disciples to read Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita as it is, as well. And,
all right.
And so I met many devotees who actually first came into this Sant Kirpal, it's called the Sawan Kirpal mission. They've actually, came from that mission. I came on my own by meeting devotees when I was a teenager. So my Maharaj Guru was a disciple of Srila Prabhupada named Haribolananda.
All right.
Looks like we found the end of it here, the end of the line here. Such a maze. I haven't been in here in ages. This IKEA. Anyway, so it was I was just saying I was quoting the verse last night to my mother and sister. This is the exit. I'm going to go outside the door here, okay, Prabhu?
Oh. Just go check out?
This is,
Can we go use the elevator, Prabhu?
Sure. So strange how it's so long. And so I was quoting the verse, Gyane prayasa udapasyanamante eva, jivanti sarvaparitam bhavadyavartam, Gyane skita shrutigatam tanuvan manor de prayasa disotopyasti lokyam. And I was talking to them about it. Here it is, so good, sir. And they, how it's so important to be with devotees who are completely free from the tendency to criticize others, and to live it as a much higher conception than Sarva Dharmam Prityaja, and a much higher conception than, as Mahaprabhu was saying with Ramananda Roy. I was explaining all these different verses to them, not all of them, but a number of them, and they were very happy to say, okay, well, let's try to live together and try not to criticize each other, and we're not too critical of each other anyway. So it was a very beautiful thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to go outside the front. So, Prabhu, I'll just stand outside the front door here, okay?
Okay.
That'd be enough. So just call me. I'll be right on the front here. Okay.
Can we see you? Is it too hard?
I don't know. Can you? I am just. I did the calling in. I don't know if I can see you.
Oh, not a video call. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we can. Maybe we can do a video. Let me see if it has. It has a video option, but it has a question mark on it. And so
Okay.
it doesn't let me. It's not. It goes without. I mean, I could try to call in a different way. I'm outside now, but
We don't want to lose you.
I'm sorry.
We don't want to lose you, so you just try it.
Okay, I will. Sure. So it's I was thinking of Manasa Deho Geho Joki Tumor for some reason as it was coming out. That song.
Oh.
So it is.
Which one do you want?
So we're going to sing.
Baja Hooray Mano. Okay.
Okay. Baja Hooray Mana. Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanaro Vinduri
Baja Hooray Mana Sri Nanda Abhaya Charanaro
Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange
Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange
Toro Hue Baba Sindhu
Tara
Bhaja
Sita
Abhaya Charanara Vindore
Bhaja
Abhaya
Sunatana Abhaya Charanara Vindare
Sita Tapa Bhattabari Sana Edina Jamini Jagire
Sita
Vindavarisana
Edina Jamani Jagire
Vipale Sevana Kripana Jura Jana
Vinu Kripanatudana
Chapala Sukala Bharagire
Chala Sukala
Abhaya Charanara Vindore
Abhaya Charanara
Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare.
The next line, Mars, is
Edana
Edhana Jauvana
Edana Yobana Putra Parijana Eike Ache Para Tire
Edhana
Edana
Jauvana
Yovana Putra
Putra
Parijana
Parijana Eke
Eke
Ashepara
Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala
Kamala
Kamala Dala Chala Jivana Dalabala
Bajahu Hari Pada Nitire
Bajahari Paradine
Abhaya Charanara Vindore
Abhaya Charanara
Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare
Ravana Kirtana Marana Vandana Pada Sevana Dakyare
Shravana
Kirtana
Kirtana
Marana
Smarana
Bandana
Pada
Padasevana
Sevana
Dakyare Pujana Sati Jana Atmani Vedana
Pujana Sakridana Atmani Vedana
Pujana Sati Jana Atmani Vedana
Pujana Sakridana Atmani Vedana
Govinda Dasa Bilasyare
Govinda Dasa
Abhaya Charanara Vindore
Bhaja Abhaya Charanara Vindare
Abhaya Charanara Vindare
Abhaya Charanara Vindore
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Haribo, 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 Gaur, Haribo.
Haribo,
Haribo, Haribo, Haribo, Gaur Haribo, Haribo. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
You're welcome. Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare.
That was worth the wait. That was awesome.
Good. Would you like to read the English?
Sure. Thank you.
This is Bhakti Therese.
Nice to meet you.
You all.
O mind, serve the son of Nanda's lotus feet, which make one fearless. Having attained this rare human birth, cross over the ocean of material existence by associating with sadhus. Day and night I remain awake, suffering from the heat and the cold, the wind and the rain. For a moment of flickering happiness, I have uselessly served wicked and miserly men. What is there in having wealth, youth, sons, and family? Life is tottering like water on a lotus petal. It is here, and then it is gone. O mind, serve the Lord's feet. Govinda Das desires to engage in the 9 practices of devotion: hearing about, glorifying, remembering, praying to, attending to, serving, worshiping, befriending, and surrendering to the Lord. Srila Govinda Das Kaviraj?
Kaviraj.
Kaviraj.
Very good.
Beautiful.
Okay. Who is the author of that, Maharaj? That song?
Govinda. Huh?
Govinda.
Govinda Das Kaviraj. Not sure who that is. Govinda Das.
he is the brother of Ramchandra Thakur. Ramachandra Sangamange, Narottama Das, that Ramchandra. Actually, Govinda Das was a Kali devotee. And, Ramchandra got initiated by Srinivas Acharya. And he wanted to make him Vaishnav. But he was always denying, no, I don't want to meet your guru. I don't want. Like that, he was telling. But something happened in his life. He got very sick. And the doctor told he will die soon. Then he told that my brother was inviting him to meet his guru. I must meet him. Then Ramachandra Thakur invited Srinivas Acharya. Then Srinivas Acharya immediately came to see Govinda, and he washed his feet and drank that water and served him. And by the grace of Srinivas Acharya, he got cured miraculously. And then he became a great devotee and Gaudiya line and write in many songs. And seeing that, Jiva Goswami told him he's a Kaviraj.
Oh.
You're
Thank you very
talking to
much.
Shanta Maharaj?
That's Shanta Maharaj, yes.
Shanta Maharaj, I thought so. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
He knows he has the treasure of all these stories.
Yes.
I heard from the Vaishnavas.
He has a treasure chest. Huh?
This is in the Chaitanya Mangal, or where is it? In the Chaitanya Bhagavat?
I'm not sure where it is, but many times I heard from the devotees, so I remember that.
Yeah, those I don't know if Krishna Das Kaviraj mentions him in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He must mention him, but I don't know if he tells the story. I think I remember hearing about him. Okay. Then, Oma Devi, which one would you like to sing?
Which one, Maharaj?
Ah, okay. Yasamati Nandan?
Okay, Maharaj. Number 16.
Okay. Yeah.
Page number 16. Rajavaranagar Gokula Ranjana Kana
Yasamati Nandana
Dinandana
Rajabaranagara
Rajabaranagara
Gokula Ranjana
Gopi Paradana Madana Mano Kaliya Damana Vidana
Gopi
Gopi
Paranadana
Paranadana
Madana
Madana
Manohara
Manohara Kaliyadamana Vidana
Kaliyadamana
Amala Harinam Hamiya Vilasa
Amala Harinam
Amaharinam
Amiyavilasa
Amala Harinam Hamiya Vilasa
Amala Harinam Amiyavilasa
Vipina Purandara Navina Nagaravara Vamsivadana Suvasa
Vipina
Vipina Purandara Navina
Purandarana
Nagara Vamsivadana
Vansivadana
Suvasa
Rajajana Palana Hasurakulana Asana Nanda Godana Rakuyala
Rajajana Palana Surakulana Sana Nanda
Nanda
Kodana
Godhana
Rakoyala
Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Sundarananda Gopala
Govinda
Govinda Madhava
Madhava
Navanita
Navaditaskara
Chaskara
Sundarananda
Sundarananda Gopala
Yamuna Tatachara Gopi Vasanahara Rasa Rasika Krupamaya
Jamuna
Yamuna
Tatachara
Tatachara Gopiva Nahara
Gopivasana
Rasara Sika Kripamoya
Dhirada Vallabha Vrindavana Natavara Bhakti Vinoda Hasraya
Sri
Sri
Radhavana
Radhavallabha Vrindavana
Natavara
Nadavara
Bhakti
Bhakti
Vinoda
Vinodashaya
Yashamati Nandana Rajavara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana
Jasomati Nandana
Yasamadana Rajavarandakara
Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damana Vidana
Gopi
Gopi
Paranadana
Paranadana
Madana
Madana
Manohara
Manohara
Kaliya Damana Vidana
Jai. And Anapriya Didi.
Dandavats, Maharaj.
Nandavat Didi. Would you like to chant one?
Yes, Maharaj. Which one would
Which
you
one?
like me to sing?
Which one do you like?
You have one you like?
You can chant one you like.
Um, Shall we do 97? Shall we do Radha
97.
Madhava?
97.
Short one?
97. Okay.
You want this one, Maharaj, or something else?
Which one? Try Radha Madhava?
Yeah? Do you want this one?
Oh, very nice. Yes.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunj Bihari
Jaya
Jaya
Jaya Radha Madhava
Jaya
Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya
Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya
Jaya
Radha
Radha
Madhava
Madhava
Jaya
Jaya
Kunja Bihari
Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari
Jaya
Jaya
Gopi
Gopi
Janabala
Janabala
Jaya
Jaya Girivaradhari
Girivaradhari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari
Jaya Gopi
Jaya Gopi
Janabala Jaya
Jaya Girivaradhari
Girivaradhari.
Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Prajajanarandana
Jaya
Jaya
Jasodana
Yasodhana
Jaya
Jaya
Prajanarandana
Janaranjana
Jaya Yashodanandana Vajajanarandana Jaya Vajajanarandana
Jaya Jasodana
Jaya Yasodhana
Jaya
Jaya
Prajanarandana
Prajanarandana
Jaya
Jaya
Prajanarandana
Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Vihari
Jaya
Jaya
Jamuna
Yamuna
Tiravani
Jaya
Kunja
Muna
Bihari
Jaya Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Ratha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari
Jaya
Jaya
Gopinjana
Gopinjana
Jaya
Jaya
Girivaradhari
Girivaradhari.
Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Vrajajanaranjana Jaya Vrajajanaranjana
Jaya Yasodana
Jaya Yasodhanandana
Jaya
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 Prajanarandana
Vajajanarandana Jaya
Narandana
Vrajanarandana
Jaya Brajagyanaranjana.
Jaya Jamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kundi Hari
Jaya Yamuna
Yamuna
Tiravanachari
Tiravanachari
Jaya
Jaya
Kunja
Kunja
Bihari
Bihari.
Hare Krishna. Bhakti
Haribo.
Krishna. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai.
Yeah.
Jai.
Moni Maharaj, can you please sing one bhajan for us? Hare Krishna.
Maharaj,
Which one? Which one do you want?
in this page number
Huh?
93. Hari
Page
Hai Dayal
93.
More, Hari Hai Dayal More, Jaya Radha.
93. Hari, which one?
Hari
Hari
Hai
Hey
Dayal
Dayala?
More. Yes.
Okay. I don't know this one.
Hari Hai Dayal More, Jaya Radha Nath.
Hari
Hey Dayala
Mor
Mora,
Jaya
Jaya Radhanatha.
बार बारी बार लहु निज साथ
बार बार
Bara Lahani Jesa.
বহু জনি ভ্রমি নাথ লইনু শরণ
Bahu
Bahuyani Namanata Lainu Sharana.
নিজ গুণে কৃপা করো অধম তারণ
Nija gune kripa karo adham
জগত কারণ তুমি জগত জীবন
Jagata Karana Tumi Jagata Jivana.
তোমা ছাড়া কারো নহি নিরাধার মন
Toma
Tomi
chara
Chara Karunahi Tera Karamana.
ভুবন মঙ্গল তুমি ভুবনের পতি
Bhuvana
Bhuvana Mangala Tumi Bhuvanera Bhati.
তুমি উপেক্ষিলে নাথ কি হইবে গতি
Tumi
Tumi Nata Ihai Lekati.
ভাবিয়া দেখিনু এই জগত মাঝারে
Bhaviya dekino
তোমা বিনা কেহ নাহি নিরাশে উধারে
Toma bina ke
হরি হে দয়াল মোর জয় রাধানাথ
Hari he doyal moro Jaya Radhana
Jaya Radhanata
Hare Krishna.
I think
Hare
so.
Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Very nice. Would you like to read the English? There you are. Haribol, Jayananda, and Krishna Shraya. Haribol. So, let's see. Are you going to read? Are you want, huh? Someone to read?
मुनिभाई आपको पूछ रहे हैं.
Actually, somebody called Maharaj.
Okay.
What is that, Maharaj?
Would you like to read the English translation?
Okay. Please. O merciful Lord, all glory to you. Radha's Lord. Again and again I pray to you. This time, take me as your own. O Lord, after wandering through many wombs, I have taken shelter of you. Be merciful and deliver this foreign soul by your divine power. You are the world's cause and life. Without you, no one has anything. O lover of Radha. You are the world's auspiciousness and master, O Lord. If you neglect me, what will be my fate? I have understood that in this world there is no one but you to deliver this sermon.
Okay. And who is that? Writer of that author? Song?
No,
No author? Huh? Bhakti
Is not mentioned, Maharaj. Is not mentioned.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's Bhakti Vinod. Next song says Bhakti Vinod also. These songs are all of Bhakti Vinod here. Maybe. All right, then Krishna Keshav. Like to sing Nitai? That's page 65.
Nitai Pada Kamala, Koti Chandra Sushitala, Echayaya Jagata Judaya.
Nitai
Nitai Pada Kamala,
Nitai Pada
Koti Chandra
Kamala,
Sutala.
Koti
Jaya
Chandra Sutala,
Jagata Judaya.
Nechaya Jagata Judaya.
Hina Nitai Pune Bai, Radha Krishna Poitenai, Dridha Kari Dharani Dayarapaya.
Heno
Nitai
Nitai Bine
Heno
Bhai,
Nitai Bine
Radha
Bhai,
Radha Krishna
Radha Krishna
Paitenai,
Paitenai,
Dridha Kari
Rida Kori
Haro Nitai
Daya.
Pai.
Se Sambandha Nahiyara, Vrita Janma Gilatara, Se Pashu Para Durachara.
Se sambandha
Sambandha
nahi
Jita
jara,
Nahi
Pyara.
vritha
Nahi
janma
Janma
Jara,
gilatara.
Rita
Viratara.
Janma
Sei pasu
Devasu
Gilatara,
bata
Para
Sei
juradhara.
Pasu
Duratara.
Bharadara.
Nitai na balila muke, majila samsara suke, vidya kule pikari betara.
Nitai
Nitai na
Nava
balila
Nala
mukhe,
Mukhe.
Nitai na balila se
Majila samsara sukhe,
majila samsara
sakule
sukhe
kikori vetara.
Nivyakule kikari betara
Ahankare mata hoina nitada pasariya asatyere satyakari mani.
Ahankare mataya,
Ahankare mata
nitai
hoina
pada pasariya.
Nityai pada pasariya
Satyere
Satyakare
satyakari
satyakari
mani.
mani
Nitaye Karuna Habe Raje Radha Krishna Pabe Jara Nitaye Charandu Kani.
Nitai karuna habe, Raje
Nitya
Radha
Krishna
Karuna
Krishna
Bhave
Habe
Dharanitai
Raje Radha Krishna Pabe Haranitaye Charadukani
Nitaye Karana Satya Tanhara Sevaka Nitya Nitai Pada Tadakara Asa.
Nitai Charana Satya
Nitya
Tahara
Charana
Sevaka
Satya
Nitya Nitai Pada
Tahara Sevaka
Sadakara
Nitya
Asa.
Nitai Pada Sadakara Asa
Narotama Bada Duki Nitai More Karoshuki Rakaranga Charanera Pasa.
Narottam Bhadatuki Nitai More
Narotama
Karasukhi
Bhadaduki Nitai
Ranga
More
Charanera
Karasukhi
Pasa.
Rakaranga Charanera Pasa
Jaya Jaya Nitai Jaya Jaya Nitai Jaya Nitai Jaya Jaya Nitai.
Jaya Jaya Dayal Nitai,
Dayang Nitai,
Dayal Nitai,
Dayang
Jaya
Nitai,
Dayal
Dayang
Nitai.
Nitai, Jaya Dayang Nitai.
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru
Jaya
Deva,
Guru
Guru Deva,
Deva,
Jaya Guru
Jaya
Deva.
Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Haribo. Okay, then Rasaraj Prabhu. Would you like to sing one bhajan of your choice?
Page 29.
Page 29. 29.
Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Karo Dase Trinapeksha Titina
Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya, Koroi Dase, Dina Pekha Titina.
Sakale Sahane Bolo Diya Koro Nijamane Sprihahina
Sakala
Sakala
Sahane,
Sahane,
Baladiya Koro,
Daladiya Koro, Nidamane
Nijamani.
Sprihahina.
Sakale Samana Korite sakati deho nata yata yata.
Sakale
Sakale samana
Samana
purihe sakati dehanata yata yata.
Saveto gaivo harinamasuke aparatha beata.
Amitabe
Amita gaiva
Harinamastuke
harinamasuke
aparate
aparata havehata.
Gabe no kripa laviyayana kirtartaha ivenata.
Kabe hai no
Abe
kripa
no kipa
Abhi aaye
rabhya
jana
jana
Bhakta
kirtartha
ivenatha.
Shakti bodhina ami asidina karo more atma sata.
Shakti
Bhakti
buddhi
buddhina
amyati
amyatidina
more
paramore atma
Hare
sata.
Morate
Yogyata vichare kichu nahi pai tumara karuna sara.
Yogyata
Yogyata
vichare
vichare
nahi pai
Kichunai
tumhara
pai Amara
karuna
karuna
sara.
sara.
Karuna na hoile kadiya kadiya pranana rakivoara.
Karuna
Karuna hoile
kandiya
Kandiya Kandiya Pranana Rakivoara.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya
Jaya
Gurudev
Gurudev,
Gurudev
Gurudev,
Gurudev
Gurudev,
Gurudev.
Jai Srila Bhakti
Shantamara.
Vinod Thakur ki jai.
Jai.
Shanta Maharaj, would you like to sing one bhajan?
Maharaj, you want anything or I should select?
You can select.
Okay, Maharaj. Then I want to sing Guru Maharaj song, Maharaj, on page
Huh?
11.
Which one?
Page 11. Page 11.
Page 11.
What it, Maharaj?
Ah, yes. Oh, that one?
Yes.
Guru
Is it okay?
Arti. Okay. Yeah, we have.
Okay, Maharaj. Jaya Guru Maharaj Jati Rajeshwara
Jaya Guru
Jaya
Maharaja
Guru
Yati
Maharaja.
Rajeshwara
Shivakti Rakshaka Deva Goswami Sridhara
Sripad Rakshaka Goswami Sridhara
Goswami
Patita Pavana
Sridhara.
Lila Bistari Bhuvane
Patita Pavana Lila Vistari
Patita
Bhuvane
Pavana Lila Vistari Bhuvane.
Nistarila dino hino apamar jane
Nistarila Dina Aparajane.
तुम्हार करुणा घन मुरति हेरिया
Tomhara karuna gana moraki heriya.
প্রেমে ভাগ্যবান জীব পড়ে মুরছিয়া
Prema bhagavana jiva anamoratiya.
সুদীর্ঘ সুবিজ্ঞ দেহ দিব্য ভাবাশ্রয়
Sudirga sudibya deha
Subirga
divya
দিব্য জ্ঞান দীপ্ত নেত্র দিব্য জ্যোতির্ময়
Divyajnana divya netra divya jyotirmaya.
সুবর্ণ সূরজ কান্তি অরুণ বসন
Suvarna suranga kandi arjuna vasana.
তিলক তুলসী মালা চন্দন ভূষণ
Tilaka tulasi mala chandana bhusana.
অপূর্ব শ্রী অঙ্গ শোভা করে ঝলমল ঔদার্য উন্নত ভাব মাধুর্য উজ্জ্বল
Nanda Baba Madhura
অচিন্ত প্রতিভা স্নিগ্ধ গম্ভীর উদার
Achintya Pratibha Sneha Gambhira Udara.
জড় জ্ঞান গিরি বজ্র দিব্য দীক্ষাধর
Jnana Giri Vraja Divya Dikshadara.
সংকীর্তন রস রসে আশ্রয়
Gurasana Rasa Asraya.
দয়াল নিতাই নামে নিত্য প্রেমময়
Dayala Nitai
সাঙ্গ পাঙ্গে গৌর ধামে নিত্য পরকাশ
Gopange Gauradame Nitya Parakasa.
গুপ্ত গোবর্ধনে দিব্য লীলার বিলাস গৌড়ীয় আচার্য গোষ্ঠী গৌরব ভাজন গৌরীয় সিদ্ধান্ত মণি কণ্ঠ বিভূষণ
Kanta Vibhushana
Gaura Saraswati Sruta Siddhante Rakhani
Gora
Sari
Saraswati
Smrta Sara
Gora
Siddhante Rakani
Siddhante
Siddhante Rakani
Aviskrita Gayatrira Artha Chintamani
Aviskrita Gayatira
Aviskritya
Architamani
Gayatira Artha Chintamani
Eka Tattva Varna Nete Nityanava Bhava
Varne Nityanava Bhava
Varna Nite Nityanava Bhava
Susangati Samanjasya Esava Prabhava
Sangati
Sangati
Samantasya
Samanjasya
Esava
Esava
Prabhava
Bhava
Esava
तुम्हारो सतीर्थ वर्ग सबे कमते
Tumara Satirtha
Tirtha
Varga
Bhaga
Sabe
Sabe
Kamate
Kamate
कृपा
Sabati
सरस्वती धारा
Kamate
देखे न तुम्हाते
Rupa Saraswati Dara Dene Tomate
Rupa
Tomasi
Saraswati Dhara Deke Nato Mate
तुलसी मालिका हस्ते श्री नाम ग्रहण
Tulasi Malika Haste
Haste
Srinamagrahana
Tulasi
Srinamagrahana
Malika Haste Srinamagrahana
देखि सकले रहय प्रभु दीपन
Dekhi
Sakalera Hare
Sakalera
Prabhu
Deki
Rabi Dipa
Sakalera Haya Prabhu Dipana
कोटि चंद्र सुशीतल उपाद भरोसा
Koti Chandra Sushri Jala Opada
Koti Chandra
Bhavasara
Sushitala Upada Bharata
गंधर्वा गोविंद लीला मृतलाभ आशा
Gandhava
Gandharva
Govinda
Govinda
Lila Mrita
Gandharva
Vrita
Govinda
Bhavasa
Lila Rita
अविचिन्त्य भेदा भेद सिद्धांत प्रकाश
Avichindya Veda
Avichinda
Veda
Vida
Siddhanta
Siddhanta
Prakasha
Veda
Prakasha
Veda Siddhanta
आनंदे आरती स्तुति
Prakasa
करे दिन दास
Anande Ati Stuti Hare Dinada
Anande Aroti Stuti Kare Dinadasa
अविचिन्त्य भेदावे सिद्धांत प्रकाश
Avichindya Veda Veda Siddhanta
Siddhanta
Prakasha
Prakasa
Avichitya
आनंदे
Veda Veda
आरती स्तुति करे
Siddhanta
दिन दास
Prakasa
Sanananda
Jayati
Stuti
Siddhanta
Hare Dinadasa
जय
Dasa
गुरु
Anande
महाराज जय
Aroti
गुरु
Stuti Kare
महाराज गुरु महाराज
Dinadasa
जय गुरु महाराज
Jaya Guru
Jaya Guru
Maharaj Guru
Maharaj, Jaya
Maharaj
Guru Maharaj,
Guru Maharaj Jaya
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 Guru
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 Maharaj
Maharaj,
Maharaj,
Jaya Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru
Guru
Maharaj,
Maharaj, Jaya
Guru
Guru
Maharaj, Jaya
Maharaj.
Guru Maharaj.
Jaya Guru
Jaya Guru
Maharaj, Jaya
Maharaj,
Guru
Jaya Guru
Maharaj,
Maharaj,
Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru
Jaya
Maharaj,
Jaya
Guru
Guru
Maharaj.
Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj, Jaya
Jai,
Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj.
Jai, Jai, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Guru Dev, Srila Acharya Dev ki Jai,
Jai.
Jai.
Jai, Giri Govardhan ki Jai,
Jai.
Jai.
Oh Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol,
Hari Hari Bol.
Oh,
Jai, Jai, Samaveda Bhakti ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Puri Maharaj ki Jai.
Thank you.
Jai.
So now we read from Prapanna Jivanamrita. Anyone have any comment, question before we start? Krishna Das Babaji. Today is the disappearance day of Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj. Was a dear friend of Srila Sridhara Maharaj. I don't know how many have met him, but he used to come to the mutt to see Sridhara Maharaj. Very, very sweet devotee. Used to chant holy names all the time, and he was very expert. I remember once Sridhara Maharaj told he only chants Hare Krishna when devotees ask him to talk. He says chant Hare Krishna. That's all. He always tell them. He said, but he has much knowledge. He told us. He used to be very expert in the Shastra, very expert in the scriptures. He knew very well. And Sridhar Maharaj, who is Shastri Pungsa, he knows. He knows who knows the scripture or not. So when he told, he knows the scripture, then we can understand. He must have been very astute in that knowledge, even though he was very simple in his behavior and his appearance to everyone. But still, was a very nice, very deep devotee. And Rasaraj Prabhu, do you have the last page? What's that? Shantamaraj?
Maharaj, our Gaudiya Gitanjali, that big book, is being compiled by him under his direction.
Oh, which one was that? Gaudiya
Gaudiya
Gitanjali?
Gitanjali, the Kirtan book, Kirtan guide, big one.
Okay. Oh, okay.
The part. Yeah. Which space are you in?
And what page are we on? Do you know, Rasaraj Prabhu? 78?
78. 78
Text 2?
is the first verse.
Text 2. Text
No,
1?
text 1, I think.
Okay. Oh dear. Oh, that. I have 78. What page is it on the 118? Okay, I'll get it. Let's see. I'm just trying to think. Is it text 1 we're on?
Yeah, the beginning.
Oh, I see. Okay. So then we're on the chapter Rakshishyatiti Vishwasa. Vishwasaha. Confidence in the Lord's protection. Confidence in the Lord's protection. Chapter 5, huh? Words of nectar from the devotees.
Which page number, Maharaj?
Page number 78 in the book, and number 118, I think, in the index.
If you're scrolling on the side, it's 118.
How do you tell? You tell them?
Yeah, if you're scrolling on the side, it says 118. But if you're looking at page numbers on the book, it's 78.
78. Rakshishiti himam krishno bhaktanam pandavastra saha kshemam vishashiti yad vishvaso thriva grihate. Certainly Lord Krishna will protect me, because he is the friend of the devotees. He will definitely bless us with all auspiciousness and success. Within this chapter, such faith is sustained. One who has sincerely surrendered to the Lord is called a devotee. And such a person will have this kind of faith, that he will always be protected by Krishna. His life will always be filled with auspicious events, auspicious situations. That will be automatic. Devotee will find one completely surrendered to Krishna. Then difficult things won't come in their way. All auspicious events will occur. They may seem inauspicious to the outside vision, but for a devotee, it appears all auspicious. Everything comes to help. The environment becomes his friend. Generally, devotee is fearing the environment because it's all Maya. He doesn't want to be influenced by the Maya of the environment. But for the surrendered soul, everything comes in a favorable way. Everything comes to favor. The life of a devotee. Auspiciousness, not only favor, but auspicious. Auspicious means bringing great benefit, great benediction. Everything comes to give a great benediction in his life. Benediction means he's getting some more and more spiritual understanding, realization, and seeing the higher life of a devotee, of the Lord's pastimes and activities. So this chapter is going to present this idea from the words of the devotees. Not the devotees have spoken about this central idea. So then let's see. Kanapriya Didi, can you read the second?
Under what pranams?
Can you read the second verse? Yes. Sarvalokeshu.
Yes, Maharaj. I'll do my best.
Okay, thank you.
Sarvalokeshu Shri Krishna Pada Brajaika Rakshak Atvam Mrityu Vyala Pitaha Palayan Lokan Sarvan Nirpayam Nat Hyagachat. Sorry, Nat Hyagyachat. Kvat Padabajam Prapya Yatrachayatya Shushta Shushtaha Sheti Mrityu Ashmad Apayiti. The lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, the only protection for all planes of life. O Supreme Lord, despite fleeing throughout every planet of the universe out of fear of the black snake of death, the mortal being cannot find a place devoid of fear. But when he is blessed with the fortune of coming to the shelter of your lotus feet, he becomes reposed with a peaceful heart, and death itself flees from him, from his company. Srimati Devaki.
Muni Maharaj, are you still there? He went to sleep.
Yes, Maharaj. Dandavat.
Oh, Dhanavad. Could you read this verse? Have you heard it? What it was saying?
This one, Sarvalokeshu, this one.
Huh?
Second
Text
one,
2?
Maharaj.
Text 2, yes.
Sarvalokeshu Krishna Padabjaika Rakshak.
Yes, we already read. I'm just wondering,
Yeah,
did you hear? You didn't hear.
He's looking like Mother Devaki's.
Mother Devaki's is saying like this. Despite fleeing through every planet.
From Bhagavad.
Yes, it's from the Bhagavad. It seems like it is. And that, what do you know about that chapter? Can you say something on this verse and then on that chapter?
Well, I don't remember, but I can just whatever I have heard from that.
Okay.
Actually, actually, when Krishna was born to them, then at that time, immediately Krishna took the form of four-handed form of his. Seeing that, they were a little bit afraid, because at one moment he was their son, but the very next moment he became like four-handed Lord. So at that time they made some prayers, and those prayers are given in Srimad Bhagavatam, I think in the 10th canto. So here they make a prayer that since the Lord is the dispeller of the fear throughout all planets, and in this material world everywhere there is death. So since the death is the final word of this material life, so the living entity cannot be peaceful unless he takes complete shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. So this is the meaning, and once he takes the shelter, then he becomes very peaceful, and there is no question of death for a surrendered soul, because he is no longer in the bodily consciousness. He becomes transcendental to bodily activities or bodily action reactions. So therefore, there is no question of any fear arising from material things. So this is the main thing, and in that chapter, actually Krishna appears to fulfill the wishes of the devotees. and particularly these two, Mother Devaki and Vasudev, they were actually great devotees in a previous life, and they had prayed to the Supreme Lord, perhaps in a Satya Yuga, that we want a son like you. Then, son like Supreme Lord can be Supreme Lord only. So he said that I will be your son, but in a another age when there will be need for my appearance. So that time Krishna appeared from the womb of Mother Devaki to protect the Mother Earth and also the devotees from the onslaught of the demons at that time who had accumulated a lot of military power and were creating a kind of a adharma in that time. The Lord also had mentioned this thing that whenever there is decline of religion and there is a rise of irreligious principles, then he appears to give relief to the devotees and also to destroy the uh, irreligiousness. So that time many incidents happened, like just before when Krishna was taken to Gokul, then that time it is said that already Mother Jashoda also had a son, but that son, uh, she was like asleep, and when Vasudeva brought this Krishna from Mathura, then this is actually a plenary expansion of that Krishna who is appearing in Vrindavan. Actually, that is Mahavan, where Krishna appeared, and because at that time, Mother Jashoda and Nanda Maharaj, they were staying in that area called Mahavan. So then Krishna, and that was on the banks of river Jamuna, and then this plenary expansion of Krishna or the Krishna in Vrindavan, into that this Krishna like his expansion. Uh, so uh, like like Vasudev thought that he has brought Krishna to Vrindavan because Nanda Maharaj was his friend, and like he will be safe from the onslaught of the king Kamsa. But in truth, actually Krishna is the son of Mother Jashoda. So by some divine arrangement, this pastime occurred. And later on, when Krishna went back, when Vasudeva went back to Mathura, then there was a daughter with him, that is Jogamaya. And Kanksha actually wanted to kill this Jogamaya, but it was impossible for him. And she appeared in the sky with 8 hands and said that you are a very demoniac person and you are too proud. But you remember uh, the one who is supposed to kill you, he's already growing, like he's growing up in Gokul. So that means Kansa become very afraid from that time. And in the meanwhile, Krishna was doing his pastimes in Gokul. So actually, Krishna's pastimes are also of several categories, and especially in the young age. Like we don't find Krishna childhood in Mathura or in Dwarka. We never find that. Only in Vrindavan, that is in Mahavan and these 12 forests, we find Krishna's pastimes as a child, as a young boy up to the age of maybe 12 or 16. That is found only in Braja. It cannot be found outside Braja. What is found outside Braja, that is Krishna is already he's grown up and he's like dealing with political matters. But
Maharaj, can we keep this in the context of this verse? And I was just interesting that you said that when um, uh, uh, it was announced to Kamsa. Uh, they told, what was it? Subhadra told uh,
No, that is
Ma-
actually Mother
Ma-
Durga, but that is Yogamaya.
Yogamaya told Kamsa that the person who will kill you was born in Mathura
He's growing up.
Gokul.
already,
He's growing in
He's growing
Gokul.
up in Gokul.
and but what actually happened when she said that to him? She actually condemned so many children to die.
No, that
So many
was
children became killed because Kamsa, when he found out that Krishna had
yes,
already been born, then the
yes,
result was that he went and killed so many children. So this verse is about death, you see,
yes,
and their death was multiplied uh, in all these situations. Everything was around death actually when Krishna was born because of the demons. But then, um, so she's emphasizing this point of death. And what was I going to say? Yes. Then when I read this black snake of death, yeah, you know that place in the Bhagavatam where it talks about that and it says the frog is croaking.
yes,
It's saying so many things. And in the background, the snake is hearing that sound of that frog and he's coming
yeah,
and he's going to eat him. Huh?
yes,
So the
yes,
frog is croaking, and it's the same in this world. People are croaking, saying so
yes,
many things, and
yes,
wasting its time because they don't know that death is coming in the background and will consume them.
yes,
Huh?
sir.
Every rising and setting of the sun, death is coming. Death is just in the background. You remember that verse? I don't remember
Uh,
the
yeah,
Sanskrit.
I also don't remember, but that verse, I think Prabhupada used to mention that a lot of times.
Yes. And then another point that came, it says that fleeing throughout every planet of the universe out of fear of death. That,
Yes,
what is that pastime about? You know that pastime? From, I think it's Ambarish. He was trying to
oh,
escape. Durvasa,
yes,
Durvasa. He was trying to flee
yes,
from the Sudarshan chakra. Huh? And no
yes,
matter where he would go, it was following him.
yes.
So these 2 points came out from this verse. What's that, Krishna
Mahar-
case?
And
Oh, 1 minute.
also the black snake bird is the one who came to kill King Parikshit.
Okay.
So the black snake of death.
Okay.
But then instead of running away, in the other example you gave, he took that time to then learn about the Bhagavat. He only had 7 days and he became delivered by the grace of Shukadeva Goswami. Death inspired him to do the right thing.
Yes, Maharaj?
Maharaj, actually, there is a Narsinga Kavacha mantra. Generally, it is being written and devotees wear on their neck, and that Kavacha mantra says, Ugram Biram Mahavishnum Jalantam Sarvata Mukham Narsingham Bhisanam Bhadram Mrutyur Mrutyum Namamiham. That I am worshipping that Lord who is the death of death.
Ah,
Actually, when Narsinghdev appeared, the Yamaraj, who is a death god, he was running away actually out of fear. So he's hiding. So I am worshipping that Lord. That sloka is emphasizes that there is a death for the death itself. That is
huh.
Lord, and
Very
the
nice.
death god runs away. Actually,
Where
there
is
is
that?
another.
Where is
It is
that
in
found?
Narsinga Kavacha mantra, Maharaj. Narsinga
Okay.
Kavacha mantra.
Okay. Okay.
And also there is a song, I'm not remembering who written that song, the full song, but there it says jar namete saman palai, by chanting whose name the saman means Jamraj runs away. So
Yes. Here is explaining that also. It says death flees from his company. Huh?
yes,
I
yes,
see
Maharaj.
that
Yes.
at the end. What is that? That refers to that verse. Death flees
uh,
from his company. What is there? Some particular pastime where that is shown in the
yeah,
Bhagavatam?
yes, Maharaj. Death is running away actually. uh, for like it is like a amrutasya putra, means
Ah,
when one realizes that the sons of nectar, at present we are living the life of dead actually. So when we
yes. And
realize,
when Yamaraj comes for the conditioned soul to take them at the time of death, when you're wearing the Tulsi Mala, they run away, right?
That verse is from Bhagavatam, second canto, third chapter, 20th verse,
Okay.
about the frog and the snake.
Oh, what is the verse? Do you
Bile,
remember?
yeah, the bile bato rukrama vikraman ye na shinvatah karnapute narasya jivbhasati dar durikaiva suta na chopagayati urugaya gatha. One does
Yes.
not listen to the messages of the prophets and the marvelous acts of the personality of Godhead, and has not sung or chanted loudly the worthy songs about the Lord, is to be considered to possess ear holes like the holes of the snakes, and tongues like the tongues of a frog.
Srila Prabhupada used to say many times
I
for
like
this
that.
one.
Yes, he liked that. Uh, uh, so nice.
He used to
That's,
say that your ear holes are like snake holes,
uh,
frog holes, like that he used to say.
uh, yeah, he used to tell that the frog, he would come and he'd sing his song, whatever he does there, and he would what do you call it? Blow himself up real big, quack, 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 making that sound. And real big he would make his throat. And he's thinking he's saying something so important and he's becoming so puffed up. And all of a sudden the snake is coming. He doesn't realize. His noise is making the snake find out where he is.
Maharaj, I was remembering about this frog croaking when I was coming with Sripad Maharaj from
Yeah,
Mayapur. He
yeah,
was coming with devotees, and then on the Ganges, when we are in the boat, these all frogs in the Ganges, they were croaking, making cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. The sound is coming, and then
uh,
he's saying me that Susan, can you hear? They are chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So he could hear Hare
he could
Krishna.
hear
Actually,
that.
I am hearing the croaking sound.
Actually, Maharaj, Kamsa was so afraid of death that actually he saw once in a mirror his image, and he saw that he was headless. And another time he saw that he was riding a, what to say, buffalo, and his whole body was like uh, without clothes, and he was like oil was put on the entire body. So they are very bad dreams. So Kansa was always afraid of death because he was so sinful and he was against Krishna, that he has to be always afraid that one day he will come and kill me. That was his singular point
I,
of attack.
yes. Uh,
Can I ask a question? If I'm just thinking in terms of if Kamsa, why would they be so afraid of death? If would they not have some understanding of in that time? Was there not an understanding of the soul, and that the soul was not killed?
well,
Actually,
like
in
any materialist,
Yeah.
not that everyone was like that, but the
Mm.
materialists are like that. They think there's only life, this life.
Mm.
No, eat, drink, and be merry. That's their
Mm.
mentality. So if that is taken away from them, what do they have?
Mm.
They feel that death will take all that away from them. And
Mm.
then what? Then something to fear. But
Okay.
those who are devotees know the difference. They're not concerned that their life will be ended. This life in
Mm.
this world will be ended because they know that's not the end. They have that higher vision, higher sense. I've cultivated that devotional, that transcendental, awareness, transcendental knowledge. So
Mm.
those things don't apply to them. But I wouldn't say
actually,
everyone was like that. Every materialist is like that for many centuries, no doubt.
Okay.
But there is one more important point.
Yes.
In Krishna's pastimes, uh, it is not that there are only devotees. In Krishna's pastime, there are also his oppositions, like the demons. So Krishna's pastimes are happening simultaneously. One side with the devotees and one side with the demons. So, like in Vrindavan also there are demons who are always coming and creating disturbances. And Krishna is working through that opposition to give some kind of a transcendental satisfaction to his devotees. So I think in that scripture called I think Garga Samhita, which was recommended by Govind Maharaj in our mutt, that point is very clear that this to this too actually one should not see Krishna's pastime only as with devotees, but with the other side, the demons, then how Krishna is doing through both sides and giving some kind of particular type of highest feelings to the devotees through that.
I don't. How do we understand? What part of Goloka is the demons? Are the demons in?
I mean, as we see in Gokul, then we can see there is a kind of the demons are coming and creating disturbances to the devotees. And Krishna is coming in many ways to give, just like, for example, like in the material world, we have the Brahmanas, and sometimes they are not devotees. So they are very proud and they are creating some kind of problems to the simple devotees. Then sometimes, uh, like this particular demon called Bakasur is a representation of a kind of that ego of a Brahmin boy or a young Brahmin boy. So that ego is such that he is creating some kind of a what to say, eating up the devotional mentality. Then Krishna is coming and like tearing apart the beaks of that Bakasur, and then he's giving relief to his devotees.
Okay.
So
And Krishna Keshava answer that question. Is it okay? Do you want to ask a question to you?
yeah, yes, Mother.
No. What do you want? You're asking a question. Oh, well then you're interrupting me. So, and sometimes the demons are found there. What kind of? How is that possible that demons can go to the spiritual world then?
I mean, I, I think the demons are mentioned in the Gokul, but may not be they are mentioned in Golok, but
Ah,
in the Svetadvip. But definitely in Gokul, this these type of things are there.
so it's some type of expansion that Krishna deals with to deal with the demons, not his original form. Also, I heard that the demons are actually devotees.
Yeah, sometimes, like for example,
They are there to please Krishna, to enhance his pastimes
yes,
with the devotees, and they take that position, just like that Judas Iscariot. Huh? You know who he is?
yeah, yes,
That Jesus is that friend of Jesus, who was one of the disciples, and Guru Maharaj, Srila Maharaj told once that when Jesus saw him as he was carrying his cross up to the up the Calvary, the mountain Calvary, he saw Judas on the way, and he looked at him and he thought, "Oh, my dear friend, you have sacrificed so much. People will condemn you your whole life as a traitor, and you have taken that position upon yourself to serve me. How much uh, love there must be for respect for me to be able to take such a humble position." He was seeing it in a very different way than we see it outside. In other words, he saw him as doing something very humble. So, what we call demons, uh, that they're also somehow or other serving Krishna's purposes.
Like Maharaj, this Akrura.
Ah, yes,
Akrura is a devotee,
all of them. Yes,
but
okay,
when he came, then the gopis saw him as an enemy.
right.
So, so all these things are happening.
And not only Akrura, but also that what's his name, Pralad's father, this
Hiranyakashipu.
Hiranyakashipu, and also Hiranyaksha and Akrura. They were all devotees, right?
And was there is
And
one more devotee.
they were there in Vaikuntha before. And Krishna told, "What do you want?" And they told, "We'll come as 3 times as demons, huh?
Yes, yes.
In order to uh, get back to Vaikuntha as soon as possible." They were offered another alternative. What was the other alternative?
Or you can 7 times you can become a like a devotee and like
What did he say?
7 lives you can be on the material
I
plane.
can't
Yeah.
hear.
7 times he could become
Yeah.
as a devotee.
Oh, 7 times as devotee they can come, or 3 times as a demon.
Yeah,
So
3 is better than 7, right? Go back to
uh, so they chose to come as the demons, and they were serving Krishna, even though they were some big demons, right? Oh, Hiranyaksha tried to drown the whole earth. And the scriptures, everything, terrible demon. And Hiranyaksha, we know the terrible things he did to poor Prahlad. Uh, but who would think that we consider them devotees? But in the higher plane, say much higher than the good and bad of this world, there are things that are known that are going on.
There's one more point, Maharaj.
Yes.
That point is that the Jogmaya is testing each and every entity of that plane. So that means to be eligible for a higher kind of feelings, then they have to accept that type of Saranagati. So according to their Saranagati also, the different levels of what to say devotional moods may appear, and they may be conflicting with each other at different levels. So sometimes one group may see the other group as kind of a disturbance or like enmity, but the thing is for Krishna he's absolute and he's dealing with everybody according to their position. Like Akrura has a place in what to say in Mathura, very nice place. Like he's doing good for the people of Mathura, for the kingdom, and these things like that. But
Yeah.
as far as Vrindavan is concerned, then definitely he's not doing good because he's taking Krishna away. So, I mean, they are devotees, but the thing is, definitely he doesn't have the same feelings as the gopis, and he has some other type of feeling. Uh,
Uh,
so they may be sometimes, like what you say, opposites, but a kind of a harmony also there uh, at the level of Krishna, but that conflicting as far as the devotees are concerned.
Sarvakarana Karanam. You know? Sarvakarana Karanam. That everything, even the demons, so called demons, are being controlled. The highest
Maharaj,
plane of harmonization, huh?
Yes,
What's that, Shanta Maharaj?
Maharaj, actually, I was remembering something that Prabhupada has explained, how Kansa was instructed or advised by Vasudev something about spiritual, about soul and God, and the Kansa has little bit change in his consciousness, but immediately his associates started to influence him, and they told that Vishnu is already out of fear, he hide inside the heart, he cannot come out of the heart. He's telling like that to him, that
Oh,
Vishnu has hide in the heart, so he cannot come out. So why are you thinking so much or afraid? He
well,
cannot come out of the heart anymore. Like that, they are telling him. And Kamsa again, gained back his position. So actually, I was thinking that the association, gives the the conception.
very nice. Of course. Central point, huh? And Krishna has his tricks. He's always thinking of his devotees. Whatever condition, whatever position they may have in this world is superficial and temporary. Huh? Very hard thing to understand. But he's such a kind Lord, huh? So kind.
Like
He never forgets his devotee.
in
Yes.
like in Braja, if some devotee is offered that we will make you a very big person in Dwarka, then the Braja devotees will never accept that. They will remain as poor, like simple, like menial servants or whatever. But that position of Dwarka is not attractive to them. So, I mean, according to their realizations and according to their inner heart, so things may be very different, and that's why sometimes these demons are actually powerful, like ascetics or mystics maybe. And many of these demons have done a lot of tapasya, but and they will be very intelligent also, but actually they are not like surrendered souls, and so therefore still they are afraid of death, because that type of thing, enmity with Krishna, will only lead to what to say, I mean, cannot lead to any auspiciousness for them.
Huh.
What I was going to mention before was on Ram Navami. I remember Sripad Chanta Maharaj told some pastime about how Krishna actually took two births simultaneously, and then when he was brought to Vrindavan, and he merged with that other side, and that was the expansion of himself who would come out when he interacted with the demons. Like they were both born at the same time, one in Vrindavan and the other in Mathura. And then when Vasudev brought him over, he absorbed him. I think Shanta Maharaj mentioned like a lightning bolt or something like that.
Yes,
And
in the cloud.
yes.
The other thing I also, another point I observed, Maharaj, actually when different types of devotees are being mentioned in Bhagavatam, say for example, Prahlad Maharaj story comes in some maybe 6th canto, and Dhruva Maharaj story comes just before that. But very surprisingly, the story of what to say, Bali Maharaj, who is the king of demons, comes in I think 8th or 9th canto, and from that I could intuitively feel that the devotion or the feelings of Bali Maharaj is a very high standard, even though he's a king of the demons, but the kind of devotion Bali Maharaj has is certainly very high.
What about the mercy that Krishna gave to Putana? Because she was able to, first all the gopis thought she was very beautiful, which is when she took that
Actually,
illusory form.
Putana also,
And she got higher
Putana,
position than all gopis. She got to be mother.
no. Putana also in past life, she was actually maybe sister of Bali Maharaj or something. So what
Yeah,
happened?
sister or daughter, maybe
Something.
something.
Then what happened when actually Bali Maharaj's mood is that he completely Atmanivedan, that is his conception. That is Shravanam, Kirtanam, all these things are there. Prahlad Maharaj is Smaranam. Shravanam is Parikshit, I think, Parikshit Maharaj. So like that we have different, so we can see that Atmanivedan comes to Bali Maharaj. But what happened at that time, Bali Maharaj was very happy to give everything. But she thought, when she saw Lord Vamana, that is the dwarf incarnation of Lord, then she felt, oh, he's so lovely, so beautiful. If he was my son, I could have, given him milk. She thought like that. But when he taken everything away from Bali Maharaj, she felt anger. Oh, he's such a person, I will give him poison. She thought like that. So because of these desires, she next life become Putana, where on one point she gave poison, but Krishna also taken that higher conception in her and given and accepted her milk. So that was
Yes.
Aren't so many of the other gopis wishing they had that position though? That they had the position of mother even for 1 second? And somehow Putana got that position, even though she was having some malice toward Vamana, and then she tried to poison Krishna. But then she ended up taking position of mother even for 1 second, and then she died the next second, but still for 1
actually,
second.
if we see carefully, then in Bhagavatam this is also mentioned that when Krishna was about 7 years or so age, that time Brahma did that trick. Brahma hid those calves. So all the cows, they felt where is their inner child. So Krishna became those cows and the calf also. So when Krishna approached their mothers, those cows, and Krishna accepted the milk of those cows, and they felt so satisfied with that. And even Krishna became the cowherd boys also, whom Brahma had hidden. And Krishna personally, in the form of their particular children, whatever their like, however they look like, and with that, he treated them as their mother, and in this way their desires are fulfilled. So it is mentioned, whatever love and affection these cows, and whatever love and affection these cowherd maids felt towards their sons, or the cows felt towards their calf, in that particular year, that 7th year, they felt supreme bliss, much more than what they were feeling before. So it indicates that Krishna fulfilled the wishes of those also, gopis in that way.
Try.
Okay, I think we're going to end. Maharaj, Maharaj and Santa Maharaj and Krishna Kesava, Kanapriya Didi, Rasaraj Prabhu, Jayadev Prabhu, Therese Didi, Mataji. I think we'll end. Anyone have something last to say? Now approaching 4 o'clock.
Maharaj, please take care of your health.
Jai Maharaj.
Jai, Prabhus. Very happy to have your association. You're giving us a great blessing by your company. Please be well, stay well. All of you, my dear.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Dhanyavad. Dhanyavad.
जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवार जगत गुरु श्रील भक्ति माधव पुरी महाराज की जय भक्तवृंद की जय
Jai.
Right. All glories to the assembled devotees.
Santa
All
Maharaj
glories
ki
to the
jai.
worldwide devotees. Samaveda Bhaktivinoda
Muni
ki
Maharaj.
jai.
जय धन्यवाद टू ऑल डिवोटीज
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Bol.